What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to Valhalla Chronicles. This is our very first Q&A. So we got 5 questions. I picked the 5 most relevant ones. I didn't keep them all super serious, so it wouldn't be super long. But everything's kind of relevant to stuff going on today, or the stuff with me, stuff we've been talking about. So the guy asking the questions will be our co-host every week, Super Sal.
Oh, you didn't tell me I had to read.
So is that going to be a fucking issue? I mean,
dude, every week you keep asking more and more of me.
If that's going to be a problem, I'll know on the Q&A episodes I have to get a fucking co-host that can read.
Man, I would have practiced my hooks on phonics if I knew I was going to read these questions.
Well,
way to drop a bomb on me.
So people are going to learn something about you that you might not read that well, but that's okay, because you can start practicing, and as the weeks go by, people can see as your reading skills improve.
I can read it. It'll be fine.
All right, good. I don't want to have to be in there. I don't want to have to go interview somebody else and find somebody else to be
I'm actually most excited about this episode.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like we're interacting with people.
Well, we kind of are.
I know.
Kind of are.
Yeah.
Addressing the shit they have on their mind, which I saved the best 2 questions for last. I didn't want to stay deep the whole time. I wanted to go kind of light to heavy. So the last 2 questions are really fucking good. They're actually going to probably take a while for us to answer, but...
Now, you can be honest with me, or any of the questions, why am I on this thing?
No.
I'm surprised.
Apparently no one is trying to cancel you yet as a co-host.
I can't believe that.
Sal, you must be doing something right, man.
Right.
I was actually, thank God they're not asking to keep you and fucking change me.
Dude,
we like Sal. Keep Sal. Can we get a new fucking main host?
So I'm reading this off my phone then, what you sent?
Yeah, I sent you the questions, because
Okay.
I wasn't about to set a fucking laptop up, and that's too professional for what we got going on here.
That's later. That's after we get some sponsors.
Have you been working on that, Sal? You're in charge of the fucking sponsors.
I'm going to get them.
Don't come here with, hey man, I got our first sponsor. It's fucking Astroglide. Don't come in here with none of that shit, okay?
Dude, we're taking whatever we can get.
Great. Standards are low in the beginning.
It's low. It is low.
Great. So we're going to really have to make sure this does well so we can raise our sponsor standard.
You will take anybody.
Great. Good shit.
We have no
Contact Sal if anybody wants to sponsor the show.
I'm wide open to any ideas.
Yeah.
All right.
What we got?
Off the first one?
Yeah, go ahead. What we got?
All right. And we're not going to say who.
No, we're not. No. They know who they are.
Everybody's anonymous?
They know what their question is.
Okay. This one's up your alley. I don't know anything about this. What are the benefits to drinking raw milk?
Okay. So I followed the animal-based diet, which animal-based is kind of like carnivore, except they allow specific carbohydrates like natural sugar, so fruit, raw unfiltered honey. All your meat sources have to be grass-fed, no corn, grain, or soy. Mm-hmm. I personally love it. So the thing with me is in learning all this shit about nutrition and the shit that's going on right now in the world, there are so many studies out there that have been bought and paid for like decades upon decades.
Yeah. By Nestle's.
By all kind of companies. Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
Domino Sugar. Okay?
So I basically started doing what I call real world research, meaning if I implement something on me and I get healthier, or it improves my health, improves my quality of life, well, then I don't give a fuck about what study says the alternate. I know that it's real. It's actually helping. So, for example, the current narrative right now is that cereal is healthier for you than red meat.
Sure.
Okay. Which is the biggest load of bullshit. How people can believe that, I have no fucking idea.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I have no idea.
Well, go walk around in a grocery store. Those people believe it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
So
I just look in people's baskets constantly.
what I learned was for fat and meat sources, you want grass-fed. Grass-fed has higher omega-3 fatty acid as opposed to omega-6. Omega-6 is inflammatory. So when I went full-bore animal-based, I was doing raw grass-fed cheese, grass-fed red meat, pasture-raised eggs, grass-fed butter, grass-fed beef tallow, grass-fed ghee, avocados, oranges. I'm not a real big fruit person, but I like oranges. Raw unfiltered honey, and then if your body can tolerate it, white rice or sweet potatoes is acceptable. Yeah. And there's other stuff on there too. That's just the kind of the stuff that I pick that I like that I eat. Well, you go talk to a cardiologist and you say, I'm eating red meat 5 times a day, and 2 of those meals I'm having whole eggs with it, and he's gonna look at you like you're growing a dick out of the side of your head, like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like you're killing yourself.
Oh yeah.
Well, I get blood work done minimum twice a year every year for over a decade. And I have all of my blood work categorized out in a spreadsheet. So I can literally look at everything from year to year, how it works. So after being on full animal based for a year, which I actually just got my blood work done this past Monday. So I'm actually anxiously awaiting those results because that's been for about a year and a half. But after being on animal based for a year, my triglycerides, the best they have ever been. My HDL is the highest it's ever been. LDL's high, but without going down this rabbit hole too deep, we can actually talk about another podcast. There's 2 types of LDL. There's good LDL and there's bad LDL. The doctor's not going to tell you that. There's actually a blood test you can get to break down your LDL to show you if you have more good LDL than bad LDL. So your LDL being high is not necessarily bad. And a way to tell if you have good LDL, like majority good LDL, if your HDL is above 40 or 50 and your triglycerides are normal to low, you have to, and your LDL is high, you have to have majority good LDL, because good LDL, which is large buoyant LDL particles, push HDL up and push triglycerides down. Small dense particles, which are bad, push HDL down and triglycerides up. So if your HDL's up, triglycerides down, you literally, and your LDL's high, you literally can't have bad LDL, majority bad LDL particles.
Yeah, without getting that test, you'll know.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Blood cell count, I mean, everything, just all of my big important health markers were the best they'd ever been.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what's going on here? The powers that be say that red meat is going to kill me. Why is my health improving? So through reading and researching and all of this stuff, to give a brief kind of Cliff Notes lesson. So the foundation of every metabolic syndrome, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, hypertension, all this shit, is insulin resistance. The driver of insulin resistance is processed food. I don't give a fuck if it's sugar-free jelly, fat-free cheese, whatever the fuck. If it's processed, the more processed it is, it drives that insulin resistance. Yeah. So the more natural you can eat, the better. So
go figure.
Right. No, who the fucking thought? Right. So getting back to like the raw milk thing, we were doing raw milk for hundreds of years.
Thousands.
Yeah. Since cows came along and the first person discovered that cows make milk, we've been doing raw milk. Okay.
Straight from the teat.
Exactly. So raw milk has tons of probiotics and nutrients and vitamins that are, it's essentially like a superfood. Well, when you pasteurize it, you kill all that stuff, okay? And you actually kill the good bacteria, the good probiotics, and you denature the A1 and A2 casein that's in it, And by denaturing it and changing it, you actually allow it to be more susceptible to harmful bacteria that can actually damage your gut. Well, the foundation of your immune system is your gut health. So raw milk has probiotics in it that are great for your gut flora, which improves your gut health, which your immune system.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff. I actually downloaded some stuff to go over because it's just like it's too much shit to remember.
Right.
But so basically, let's see. Nutrients and immune factors found in raw milk as compared to pasteurized milk. So vitamin A is 100% active. All the vitamins I'm going to go through are 100% active in raw milk. So I'm just going to go over the denaturization percentage of each one. So vitamin A's got a 35% reduction in pasteurized milk. Vitamin C's got 25 to 77% reduction. Vitamin E's got 14% reduction. Iron's got 66% reduction. Zinc's got 70% reduction. B complex has 38% reduction. Calcium's got 21%. Enzymes are 100% destroyed. The immunoglobulins are damaged and the whey protein is denatured. Now, everything that I just went over is 100% active and intact in raw milk. Okay.
Yeah.
The less you pasteurize it, which they do have, raw milk's not illegal to buy in a lot of places. So if you live somewhere where raw milk's not available, the least pasteurized that you can get it, the better. Because the less heat is exposed to, it's going to lower this denaturization and reduction rate. Also, let's see. So nutrients and immune factors. An interesting thing that also is all this stuff that's found in raw, like cow milk, is also found in raw human milk. And we don't, and it's all, that's why human milk is so beneficial for babies, because it's rich in all this shit.
Yeah.
Well, cow milk is too. So let's see. The beneficial enzymes in pasteurized milk are completely inactivated. The probiotics are destroyed. The lactase producing bacteria is destroyed. So an interesting fact about that is if you're lactose intolerant, you're actually less likely, if at all, to not be able to tolerate raw milk, because it has the lactase producing bacteria helps fight the lactose so you can drink it.
Yeah.
The healthy fats are damaged when it's pasteurized. CLA, DHA, EPA are all damaged. The proteins are damaged. The bioavailable vitamins are reduced, which we just talked about. The bioavailable calcium is inhibited. The bioavailable phosphorus is inhibited, and the immunoglobulins are destroyed, like we just talked about. So you're literally destroying the quality of the milk when you pasteurize it. Now, we can't get raw milk down here yet. We were just talking about, I think that they just made it legal to be able to sell raw milk. So right now, I get a milk that is extreme, like they basically flash it with heat the shortest amount of time by law that they can, to where the milk actually, the cream still separates. Like you have to shake it when you drink it. And
viscous.
Right. And it's grass fed.
Yeah.
So you're not losing as much of that reduction. But anything else, just like anything else in its natural state, liver, I know, the animal organs is getting, it's like not really a fad thing, but it's getting more around right now that like animal organs are like, basically like super multivitamins. I actually do desiccated animal organs, which is it's just the powdered version in capsule form. And I started them while I was in prep. And 2 weeks after I was on them in prep, I was literally like, why do I feel so good right now? Like I shouldn't.
I might not run down.
Yeah, I shouldn't feel this good.
Yeah.
Like this deep in my prep.
Right.
And I felt fucking amazing.
When has anybody been in prep drinking milk, eating steaks, and potatoes, which you did?
Well, and that's the thing too, so using bodybuilders as an example. So I got rid of all my seed oils. I got rid of all the processed food. I literally switched from unsweetened almond milk to not raw, but grass-fed A2 milk.
Right.
And lost body fat.
Yeah.
because less processed. It doesn't have all the defense chemicals in it that almonds carry that's in the almond milk.
Decreases all the inflammation in your body.
Exactly. It's not as processed,
Right.
which that's going to lower cortisol. That like we talked about, processed food drives insulin resistance. So it's reducing that. So insulin sensitivity improves.
Right.
I mean, it's just the food that we eat here is so fucking unhealthy. It's
even food
and the only thing that you need to say that needs to be said about it, like without going down a rabbit hole, without making this big argument, is there's shit in our food that's illegal to put in food in other countries. That's literally all you need to say. Like, we don't need to talk about anything else. We have a paragraph of shit that is allowed to be put in our food that is outlawed to add to food in other countries.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like I said. Like that, you don't need to look anywhere else. Like that should tell you enough about how fucked up what we eat is. And like, you can't think that shit's in our food and it's not having an effect on our body. Like anything that causes inflammation is going to raise cortisol. When cortisol is raised, your insulin sensitivity is impaired. Your metabolism is impaired. You're going to drive fat storage. You're going to halt fat burning. I mean,
Right.
it's a proven fucking fact. So, like, the more natural you can eat, the ultimate benefit to drinking raw milk, if you have it available, is it's a superfood. I mean, it's gonna. It doesn't matter if you have a lactose intolerance. It is literally you could literally probably drink 8 ounces of raw milk a day and get rid of your multivitamin. Like when
you can.
Oh yeah. When I switched to animal based, I was doing krill oil for my omega-3s to help raise my HDL. Well, I got off that.
You don't need it.
I didn't need it.
Yeah.
Like I finished the last bottle I had and I was like, okay, that's it.
Like you said, all those vitamins that are still intact, drinking, whatever, 200 grams of milk, that's your vitamin right there.
Yeah.
And everything that you said that was in that milk is what's going to be in a multi.
Right. And it's not a synthetic version of the vitamin. It is a natural version, which is the most potent version that you can get.
Coming from a company that you happen to just hopefully trust enough that it is good.
I don't trust companies anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know what you're getting.
No.
Like
not unless it's third party tested.
Yeah, you're taking this multi, but you don't know 100% for sure. You didn't go visit this facility or see where any of these things are derived from. You don't know.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I was also taking selenium, which selenium is a precursor to glutathione, which if you don't know what glutathione is, y'all need to look it up because it's literally a super fucking vitamin. I mean, people are going and getting glutathione injections.
Yeah.
But I was able to get off the selenium because red meat and beef organs are chock full of selenium. So like, okay, that's another vitamin gone. I don't need because I'm getting more of it just from food than I was taking a vitamin form.
And then not only like hydration too comes into effect. Like you just don't get hydrated from drinking water. Like that red meat, your body produces a different fluid that hydrates your body.
Correct.
In fact, they're given that fluid. They were able to market it and give it to cancer patients.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is eat grass-fed, grass-finished beef.
Well, anything that has so
gallons of it a day.
The thing that they've been able to continually link cancer to is free radicals. Okay, free radicals basically push cancer cells.
Well, I just seen this thing today. Colon cancer among kids. I want to say below the age of 10 is like up 300%.
I've done.
So straight out of the womb,
we're eating synthetic food.
You're instantly eating fake food.
Yeah.
You're instantly digesting words that you can't even pronounce.
Right. Well, so what they've tied the
and then
killer
believe that it's good for you.
Right. Well, that's an education issue on the parents' part. Like you can't feed your kids this shit. I mean, so antioxidants kill free radicals. So literally, the more foods you can eat with natural antioxidants, natural vitamins and antioxidants, I mean, you're literally helping your body fight cancer.
Yeah.
But the thing, going back to what you said with the kids is, so the issue with the pasteurized milk is, so milk is made of A1 and A2 casein 8. Well, because when you pasteurize it, it denatures that A1 and it makes it more susceptible to harmful bacteria. So they actually did a study on A1 and A2 caseinate. And A1 has been directly linked to all these autoimmune disorders, Asperger's, ADHD, ADD, all this shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the dairy companies found out that they were going to release this study and sued them, saying, you can't release it. Well, it went up to, I don't know if it might have gone to the Supreme Court. I'm not sure. I read this a while ago, but it went up to a higher court, and the court was like, tough shit. You can't suppress this study because you don't like the findings. So it went out and it was produced. I mean, you can research it. It's out there. But these people are giving their kids, and they're drinking. Even the people that are like parents when they're pregnant are drinking regular milk thinking it's good, and you're literally putting this A1 in you that's terrible. For you. A2 also has been shown to not affect you, because I have a lactose intolerance. I mean, I'm literally lactose intolerant. I eat 4 blocks of raw cheese a fucking week.
Yeah.
And I drink 8 grass-fed A2 milk.
I just eat sticks of butter too.
Every day, yeah. I eat grass-fed ghee. It doesn't aggravate me at all.
No.
So that naturally draws the question: is it the dairy, or is it the shit that's in the dairy that's fucking with you?
It's the latter.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not real dairy.
Absolutely. So I really wanted to address that question because it's very prevalent to a lot of shit going on today. Like, the more natural you can eat.
Yeah. Well, even going back to that gut health thing. So my wife is like an acne specialist, and everything is gut enzyme.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even to clear your face, it reduces all inflammation. And these people, they go to these dermatologists, they get put on this medicine. That medicine's destroying your gut. Like all those antibiotics, that kills your gut.
Yeah.
All those creams you put on your face, it kills your skin. All the healthy things that your skin needs, all the oils that your body naturally produces. So what she does is she gets people on a diet.
Right.
And dude,
you improve your gut health.
You should see some of these girls. Oh my God. Some of these girls look like they have road rash on their face.
Yeah.
Dude, within a year, completely clear.
Well, I can't tell you the amount of testimonials I've had that I've read from people that started the animal-based diet and have eczema. Gone. Eczema's gone.
Well, my daughter. So we only gave her like 3 vaccines, but after one, she started having skin like eczema, like on her forehead, and it's caused from dairy. And when she eats shitty ice cream or bad milk or anything like that, it flares up. Yeah. And it's starting to go away now, like over time, because she hasn't been to the doctor in 5 years. We just haven't brought her back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with her. So why do you even?
No.
What are these checkups? You go to these checkups. If you're not sick, why are you going to the doctor?
Right.
What are they checking for? That you literally can't check yourself.
I couldn't tell you when was the last time I had a doctor.
Do you feel good? Yeah. Okay. Like, what else are we going to talk about?
Right.
You know? So, but we haven't brought her in 5 years. But we noticed that eczema, when she drinks or eats bad food, it flares up.
Yeah. That's not surprising.
100%.
Not surprising.
And then going off on another little tangent, that colon cancer, this is what I think. I think it's that fucking toilet paper. If you look at the way that they make that toilet paper white, all the bleach and all the chemicals that they use to prep that toilet paper, and you're wiping it directly on your ass. I think that, like when people plug drugs or whatever, you hit your way more, it goes directly in your bloodstream.
Right, blood system, yeah.
Dude, I think it's that toilet paper.
I mean, look, man, the stuff that I've read and the stuff that I've seen and really the stuff that we've experienced over the last 4 years, there's really nothing you could tell me that I'm going to that's going to be out of the realm of possibility. I mean, we've been lied to. We've been lied to and then apologized that we were lied to. years later, and people don't,
60 years later,
and people don't care. They're just they don't like no one, like the amount of people that should be getting pissed off aren't getting pissed off.
Short-term memory, dude.
Yeah, I mean, so for me, nothing's out of the realm of possibility. No. It's just not.
And then back to the milk, just for the pure fact that the government and these politicians made raw milk illegal in most places. That shows you right there.
Well, the part that pisses me off,
they're trying to arrest the Amish guy for selling raw milk. The FBI, like that's what they're worried about. So if they're that concerned about that, knowing that they don't want you healthy,
right? Oh no, they definitely, absolutely don't want you healthy. I mean, that's a real factual fucking thing.
Yeah. So if these people tell you it's bad, it's really good for you.
Oh yeah. I mean, with the part that pissed me off is when I read the A1, A2 study and the fact that the powers that be in these companies know that they're putting that they're putting milk out there with part of it that has been directly confirmed to cause all these different issues in kids. Mm-hmm. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
I'm like, you motherfuckers don't have a soul. Like, you don't have a fucking soul.
No. Profits, baby.
Money, dude. Follow the money. Follow the fucking money.
Yeah. And then going back to the red meat, they actually had a Harvard study that just came out. Not only does red meat not clog your arteries, it cleans your arteries. It does the opposite. So if you actually have clogged arteries, you can reverse it. You can eat red meat and clean it.
Well, here's the thing. The thing that's not arguable is, like I said, like my blood work.
Yeah.
So you can sit there and you can come at me with all the arguments you want about how shitty red meat is. I've eaten red meat. I eat 5 meals a day. Red meat has been in 4 of those meals. 2 of those meals, in addition to the red meat, have been whole eggs.
Yeah.
You can't argue with my blood work. Like, you can't look at this and say, compare the graph.
Right.
Look at the numbers.
Yeah.
Explain to me why this thing that's supposed to be so bad for me is making me healthier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, it's unarguable. You can't argue with physical, factual fucking proof.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
And if you want to follow somebody on Instagram, Dr. Sean Baker, he's a surgeon. So he was indoctrinated into the system. Like, all of his peers are indoctrinated into the system. He starts doing his research. He becomes carnivore. He's 7 years in now. So he gets blood work done constantly just because he's got to defend himself so much.
Right.
So according to him, he was supposed to die 4 years ago.
Right.
That's what everybody was going to say. Mm-hmm. Dude, this dude, he's like 6'5". He works out every day. He's reverse aging. That's what he calls it.
Right.
He's reverse aging. I mean, he looks younger.
Yeah. Sure. I believe it.
But it's weird. He can't do fruit. He says he'll try to eat blueberries and his joints will start aching.
Yeah.
But other people can do it.
Right. Correct. I mean,
But how else would you know unless you went totally?
Right. Yeah. Well, the common denominator is between carnivore and animal based. One is obviously allows carbs, the other one doesn't. But the common denominator is the red meat.
Yeah, it's all red meat. Right. Nobody has any disease linked to red meat.
No.
Everything that I hear is red meat heals everything.
Right.
They have no problems after red meat.
It healed me.
Healed you.
I mean, all right, what's the next question?
Oh, that was the longest answer.
Before we stay on that for fucking 40 minutes.
Yeah, that was one that could keep going. All right. Here we go. Is a second Valhalla location a possibility?
So I wanted to
say no.
Yeah, I wanted to do this question because I get asked so much about this question. So I haven't done everything that I want to do with the main location. Much less be able to open another one and start from ground up. And people have this idea that if there were 15 Valhallas all over the state, wherever, that it would be the same as the original location.
No.
It's not. The original location is the original location because I was there 24/7, because I had zero balance in my life and I was fucked up. Like how Tiger Woods was like at the top of his game was when he was fucked up and doing shit that was driving his dark side. because he was just zoned the fuck in on this and didn't give a fuck about anything outside of it.
Yeah.
So that was me.
Yeah.
That's why the original location did what it did.
Yeah. If somebody gave you $1 million for the first location, it wouldn't be the same as it is now.
Absolutely would not be.
No.
Absolutely would not be. So a second location is not going to be what the first is. It's going to water the name down, which I'm not a fan of. I mean, I know when Metroflex started franchising, you know, it did great things for Brian Dobson. Unfortunately, the name Metroflex just doesn't really carry the name, the weight that it did when there was only one Metroflex.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I don't believe in starting a new venture when you haven't done everything you want to do with the first one.
Yeah.
So I can't in good mind start something new and put the majority of my energy into that when there's so much more shit that I want to do with this location. And I owe it to my current members and future members to make this location everything it could possibly be, not go start another one.
Another venture.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I do have plans to open one in another state. That's about 10 years away. That's going to kind of be like my retirement plan. But the one in Louisiana will still remain how it is.
Who's going to run that one?
I don't know. I'm still going through I'm still thinking about that, but I got Tom.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is like there needs to be more private gyms, and since Valhalla has opened, there have been more people that have opened private gyms and been like the anti-corporate fitness type environment, which is what the state needs.
Yeah.
You know, we have two big gyms like that in Lafayette. Mm-hmm. We have a gym that just opened like that. We have two in Baton Rouge like that. Like they're starting to pop up. They're popping up there, and that's what the state needs. We don't need that corporate bullshit here. We just don't. We need more places that operate along family values and morals and are going to treat people right and treat people like people.
Yeah.
Not do this corporate red tape bullshit.
Right.
You know, so it was never my plan to like take over the private hardcore fitness sector in Louisiana. I wanted to plant a seed and do it right, and hopefully shit grow for like other people to be like, yeah, I want to do that here. I want to do something like that here. Like, yeah, I want to do a private gym here. That was the whole point, and that's happened. Mm-hmm. So I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good with what the fuck is going on. You know, I got more shit I want to do here. I got more equipment to get.
And that's another thing. Who's gonna be at the gym 7 days a week?
I don't fuck no. Well, nobody's gonna want to be.
If it's franchise,
yeah, nobody's gonna want to be. Nobody's gonna want to be. I mean, dude, I still got building improvements to make. I got more equipment to get. Like, I got so much more shit to do that even the members don't even have a fucking clue. Like how much more shit I want to do.
Yeah,
you know, but. They're here for the ride, so they'll find out. But there's so much more shit I want to do. I can't justify another location. I can't. I don't care how rich it would make me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I franchised it out and had, you know, got thousands of dollars of royalties. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. That's not the point.
When are you going to answer the phone like you're supposed to, too?
The fuck does that mean?
Oh, Sean, Valhalla. I've been telling you since day one. Louisiana's first and only. That's all you had to say.
I put that on the logo.
I know, but that's when you answer the phone, Louisiana's first and only. You don't even have to say Valhalla.
People would be like, "Oh,
I've been telling you that.
Is this Valhalla?" Yes.
I've been telling you that.
Yes, it is. Blame Sal. All right, next question.
Next question. How does someone go about getting into competing if they have never done it?
So why I wanted this question is because I have had so many people, something that I'm extremely proud of, that one of the things I'm most proud of at gym is creating an environment for people when they join, they see other people just like them doing shit and achieving shit, and it plants a seed inside them, and it plants a question in them, like, well, why can't I? So it pushes them to work harder. The environment pushes them to work harder. They start getting results like they haven't had anywhere else, which all of a sudden starts planting the seed for goals that they've never had before. And I've had tons of people that had been working out for years, that never ever had an inkling to want to compete in bodybuilding or powerlifting or whatever, that are like, yeah, I want to try it.
Yeah.
I want to do it. And it's whether they continue to do it, whether they do it just one time. It's just something that it's a goal they set for themselves that they never ever imagined themselves doing or never had a desire to do. But because they keep getting results and they keep getting better and keep getting better and keep getting better, they're like, yeah, no, I want to set this lofty goal for myself and see if I can do it. So, the first thing that you want to do is first make sure you're in the right environment, okay? Because standards have dropped big time.
Well, you're not going to get that itch if you go to Elmwood or you go to the parks or something.
No.
You're just going to, well, I mean, that's why you went to Valhalla to begin with. You've been working out for probably 10, 15 years. You're just going through the motions. You join Valhalla and it's like, for the first time, I really want to experience what all of this is about.
Yeah.
And like really what I can turn my body into.
Right. So you need to put yourself in an environment that's going to push you to be better, to want more, to get better. You know, to where when you go into the gym, you're like, man, fuck yeah, like I want to be here, like I'm ready to train. You know, that's first and foremost. Second, and you want to be around people that are competing also, because you see normal people just like you doing this shit, and like I said, it makes you start to question, well, why can't I? Well, you can.
Right.
There's no reason you can't. You fucking can. Everyone can. You know, whether or not you have the discipline and the desire to do it's different. But everyone can.
Find out.
Yeah, you sure as shit gonna find the fuck out. Yeah, you absolutely are.
And whatever you think you look like, when you stand next to somebody who's in shape, that's all gone.
Oh yeah. And when you strip that body fat down for the first time, like it's different.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's a reality check. It's motivating.
Yeah.
So make sure you're in the right environment. Get around other people that are competing. There's tons of knowledge. There's actually too much knowledge out there now. Like the between social media and the forums, there's just like inundated with knowledge. So
just stick to one thing and just
find some people.
person.
Yeah, find some people that have been doing it for a while. And I'm not talking about 2, 3, 4 years. I'm talking about somebody that's got skin in the game, that's been doing the shit, that's done something national level, done something at the national level, you know, 10, 15 years, that can actually point you in the right direction. Not these fucking people that compete one time and now they're a coach.
Yeah.
Oh, I've competed twice. Now contact me for coaching. Fuck you.
I'm second and novice.
Yeah, you're not a fucking coach, okay? Like, find somebody that's got skin in the game. Find somebody that's been sitting there competing consistently for 10, 15 years. Because there's a lot of free knowledge to gain right there, okay? Build your foundation. Then next step would be probably to find a knowledgeable, good coach.
And get with somebody that responds to emails or texts.
Or response period.
This doesn't take your money and just...
Right, exactly.
And you find out you and Jerry and Susan all have the same diet.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, find a good, reputable coach with it that has a lot of clients where about 90% of the people out there have good shit to say about them. Because look, you can't please everybody.
No.
Every coach is going to have somebody. They're going to have clients that fucked off, that didn't do what they're supposed to do. They're gonna blame it on the coach. Okay, so like every coach is going to have those. Find a coach where like 8 to 9 people out of 10 have something good to say about him. And then after that, once you hire a coach, listen to your fucking coach. At that point, once you hire a coach, at that point, all these other sources are done. You're hiring a coach for their knowledge, for what they can do.
And they have a plan for you. And it doesn't work if you're listening to other people.
Exactly. Listen to your coach. If you don't want to listen to one person, don't hire a fucking coach. Like, it's that simple.
Right.
If you don't want to listen to one person, if you want to ask 5 people what to do, that's okay, but don't hire a coach.
Yeah.
If you hire a coach, listen to the fucking coach, do what they say, and then it's just doing it. Practice your posing every day. Go online, look at posing videos. I mean, nothing looks worse than going on stage and not knowing what the fuck you're doing. And I'm not talking about being nervous. I'm talking about not knowing how to pose.
Yeah.
Okay? Literally standing up there and being awkward as fuck because you only posed once every other day, starting 10 weeks out from your show. You can pose daily, year fucking round. And it goes down to how bad do you want it? Do you want to compete or do you like the idea of competing? If you like the idea of competing, don't compete. If you want to compete, do what the fuck you have to do and be a competitor every day. You're not just a competitor when you walk on stage. I've been competing since '01. Okay, so a lot of people don't know that. I've been competing for 23 years. Mm-hmm. I've been Junior USA's once. I've taken in that 23 years. I've taken probably about 4 years off. But I've pretty much competed
every year.
Okay. You have to be a competitor year round. If this is just something you want to try and do and you don't want to keep doing, that's fine, but if it's something you really want to do and you want to keep doing, you're not a competitor show day. You're not just a competitor when prep starts.
Right.
You're a competitor every day.
Right.
You have to pose every day. You have to get your nutrition every day.
I mean, if anything, your off season is more important than your prep.
Dude, it's all important.
Yeah.
It's all fucking important. It all matters. It's not just,
But you're not improving on your prep. You're improving on your off season.
Yeah, it depends. You can improve during prep, but yeah, a lot of where like the building blocks are laid is off season. But that's your basic steps. You'll figure a lot of shit out of the way once you get a coach under your wing. They're going to point you a lot of direction, but that's the basic steps of what order you want to go in if this is something you want to pursue.
Yeah.
Next.
I love people that compete for the first time.
I love people who compete for the first time and become coaches after. That's my favorite. That's my fucking... And they have coaches. So, like, they have a coach. They competed for the first time. Then they competed, so now they're a coach.
Well, they're giving people a diet that they receive from another
No
coach.
shit.
Yeah.
No shit. Yeah.
True.
I love those.
Okay. How do you control your mind? I have a problem with overthinking all the negative in every situation. That's me.
This was a great question. I wanted to have this one because I feel like this pertains to, I mean, not all, but a good amount of people. So a lot of it goes back to focusing on what you can control. Mm-hmm. So the negative in a situation, I don't really know exactly what situation this particular person is talking about, but there's only so many variables you can control. So kind of like, we'll use my divorce as an example. Super negative situation. And I sat there in my head and thought about all these possible scenarios and shit. But there was the only thing that was under my control was my thoughts and my actions. Mm-hmm. I couldn't control what her lawyer was going to do, what she was going to do, what the judge was going to do. None of that was under my control. So there's literally no point obsessing or overthinking that because it is wasted thoughts and energy. You're literally putting all this energy, and it's negative energy. Law of attraction. We don't want negative energy. We want positive energy.
Yeah.
So we're putting all this negative energy into something that you cannot do a fucking thing about. So therefore, it's wasted. Mm-hmm. Okay. When you could be putting that energy into correcting your thoughts and making sure your actions align with what you want in life, and making sure your actions and your energy are positive, so that the universe sends you positivity back. Mm-hmm. So, and I know that's a lot easier said than done, but it's like a workout. It's going to be hard at first, but you have to do it every day. Sometimes you have to do it the majority of the day if you're a super overthinker, and it takes time. And then over time, it gets a little easier and a little easier, to where you can literally, as soon as a negative thought pops in your mind, you can divert and dissolve it and go to something else.
Right.
And then thinking about all these different scenarios that could happen aren't worth a fuck either. Because again, you're obsessing and wasting energy on a what if.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, man. There's 1,000 what ifs with 100,000 what ifs in every scenario in every fucking day. I mean, you want to sit there and like dwell on that shit, or you want to live?
Right.
You know, like you can influence the outcome of something by controlling your thoughts and actions. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want a certain thing to happen, align your actions with what you want and just focus on that. Sometimes it's going to work out, sometimes it's not, but at least you know I did what I could. I did everything I could. Then you don't have to have regret. You don't have to have worry, all that shit, you know, which regret's a motherfucker.
Right.
So focus on your thoughts, focus on your actions, make your actions align with what you want. And dude, put the blinders on. If it's not inside those two things in a situation, it's noise. Doesn't matter. So
Right.
it doesn't deserve any fucking focus.
No. Oh, I find negativity in everything. I know what this person's going through. I too.
So happy we have you as a co-host, Sal.
Oh, dude, I make up conversations in my head. Like I know if I'm going to go into a situation, if it's a little turmoil, let's say, I am thinking up of every comeback that person can say to where I can, get back at them.
Okay,
and
well,
I'll have full-on conversations. But then, if I tell somebody something, and they're like, okay, all that practice I did for nothing. And I'm angry that I wasn't able to get out what I want. To get out all the
your practice.
Yeah, so I'm overthinking this for days, and then a lot of times it's all for nothing.
Well, wasted energy.
Wasted energy. And as far as negativity
Wasted
and everything,
thoughts.
Dude, everybody's having a good time, flying high. I'll clip your wings. I'll tell you what's really going on right now, and you'll be like, "Fuck, you're right." Because you know how they make everything out to be a good thing, but really it's kind of bad.
Well, people definitely make negative things out. They try to spin them to make them good, to feel good about them.
Whether you're like at an all-inclusive in a third world country, or this debt relief thing that they fucking psyoped you on.
Right.
Like it seems like a good thing, but it's really a bad thing.
Right.
Yeah, and you're kind of crafting the sword that's going to stab yourself in the back.
Right.
And you're doing it to yourself without even realizing it.
Right.
So while you having a good time and living it up, that's where I come in and hit you with a little negative thing.
With a little reality.
Right. But it fucks up everybody. It fucks up the whole vibe.
Well, because sometimes people like to believe their own bullshit.
So really, that's not a negative thing, I guess.
No. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with kicking somebody in the ass with reality, especially when they're in a situation they don't need to be.
But I guess there's a time and place.
That's like telling your friend that their boyfriend or girlfriend's a piece of shit when they're a piece of shit, but they're like, oh my god, they're just the most.
Yeah, they're mad at you.
Amazing person. Well, it's like, really, y'all fight every fucking week. Like,
yeah.
What do you mean? It's like I'm not telling you whether you date this person or not doesn't benefit or hurt me. I'm telling you because I give a fuck.
Right.
And I'm telling you because I want what's best for you.
Right.
So yeah, all you're doing is you're just kicking them in the dick with reality. That's all it is. They want to believe this thing is a good thing when it's like, you know what? There's probably a better fucking road.
Yeah, but I have full-on conversations with myself. Just anticipating every situation.
I'm not going to say that sounds crazy. I'm just going to say it's a little fucking weird. Okay? You could probably be putting that energy someplace else instead of talking to yourself. Having conversations with yourself in your fucking head.
Well, I'm having arguments with myself. Well, if I say this and that person said that, well, I'm going to say this. You know what I mean? I practice that.
Well, I mean,
none of it ever happens.
Well, fucking stop. What the fuck?
I can't stop. I'm fucked up.
Yeah, it sounds like you're having way too much fun with this.
Yeah.
All right, so thoughts and actions. Overthinking, look, it's normal.
Yes.
To counteract it, control your thoughts, control your actions, focus on those. Everything outside of that, noise, doesn't matter. Doesn't deserve energy.
All right. This is the last one. When you're busting your ass and turning things around, what do you do when the people around you don't accept your accomplishments and still visualize you as a fuck up?
It's actually a great question. So
Can't please everybody.
That's true, 100%. You have to realize, okay, when you were in a shitty point in your life, and I went through this, so I have personal experience with this. When you go through a shitty point in your life, okay, it's a chapter. It's a chapter in the book of your life. When you decide to get out of that fucking stage and make yourself better and do better, it's a new chapter. Yeah. And you have to understand, some characters, they're not in every chapter. Like, they're just not going to be there. And the people that don't support your betterment, the people that don't support the new, better chapters in your life, don't deserve to be in those chapters. Like, when you're at a bad point in your life, when you're fucking up, okay, and you make a considerate effort to be better and do better, and you do, and you turn it around, and you're just on a completely different path, and you're not going back to that place that you were in. People that don't support that, people that don't align with it, people that don't want to believe it, like, again, you can't control that. You could go out and do the best shit in the world. There's going to be people that don't like you. I could go out and cure fucking cancer. There's still going to be people that don't like me. Mm-hmm. It's just how it is. It doesn't matter. I could do everything right from here until the day I fucking die. I could do every great thing for humanity I could. There are going to be people in this world that aren't going to like me.
No.
So you have to focus on you. You have to focus on your betterment. And those people that don't align and don't bring that energy and that supportive energy for your betterment, they don't belong. And that's hard sometimes because some of those people are close to you. Mm-hmm. Like, they're family members, they're close friends, whatever. But then it becomes, you have to look at it as, whose life am I living? Am I living mine or theirs? And then what's more important? Is their acceptance, which you can't control, is that more important? Or is my betterment and my continued growth more important? Because you can control that.
Right.
You can continually grow. You can continually be better. You can continually do better. Mm-hmm. People's acceptance of that, that's not on you.
Right.
You have no fucking control over that. Yeah. So if you don't have control over it, therefore it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't deserve energy. Doesn't deserve attention. It's again, it's noise. Yeah. It goes away.
And a lot of people, they don't even want to see anybody do better.
No.
So the fact, like, they're dealing with their own thing too, that they can't accomplish.
Correct.
So the fact that, they may be seeing you getting better every day, they're just going to hate you just for
They
that
take it
fact.
as an insult.
Yeah.
It's offensive to them. It's like, why is this person that was fucked up like me, why do they get to do better?
Right.
And the only reason is because they chose to.
Yeah.
They're not better than you. They're not more special than you are. They just chose to take control of their life and say, look, I'm done. I'm done with the bullshit. I'm done fucking up. I'm going to do better. The reason why this other person hasn't gotten to that yet is because they just haven't made that decision.
Yeah. And just whoever's not accepting you, maybe you did some messed up stuff to them, and they'll never forgive you. Whatever it is.
I'm in that case. I don't think my ex-wife's ever going to forgive me.
You apologize. You pray for them. Hopefully one day we could talk again, and you just always leave that door open.
Yep.
And then they may accept it, they may not. But the door's open, you did the best you could, and you just move on.
Well, I had to do that. I mean, so speaking from personal experience, I tried to do that with my ex-wife. Yeah. For a little over a year, I sent her handwritten notes every month, once a month, like 3 to 5 pages. And I write fucking small, okay? Small. But I did everything I could to show her the journey I was on, to show her who I was and where I was. And I knew that I was a different person and that she was a different person because I had caused both of us so much trauma that coming out of it, we were different people. Mm-hmm. So all I wanted was, look, I just want to meet you again. I want to meet the new you. I want you to meet the new me because I know that I have new boundaries and non-negotiables and things that I want in my life, and you have the same. And maybe those align. Maybe they don't.
Yeah.
I just want to meet you again and see.
Reintroduce myself.
Right, and see.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a possibility. It just wasn't. So after a year, I had to tell myself, like, look, dude, you're writing a new chapter. She's just not in it.
No.
And I can't make her be in it.
No.
So I want these things in my life. I want to share my life with someone. I want to share life experiences with someone. I want to have a partner. I don't need to.
Right.
I'm perfectly okay by myself.
Right.
I just want to be able to do these things.
Yeah.
So I knew the only way to have them was I can't keep holding on to this. I want to keep writing the new chapter, the next chapter. She just may not be in it.
Yeah.
So that means I have to close that chapter and I have to start writing a new one. And it sucked.
Right.
Because it was someone I was with for 12 years. But what's more important? Sitting around waiting for her, trying to appease her.
Waste of time.
For something that she may not let me want, or my happiness and what I want out of my life. Because this is not controllable.
Right.
This is. So
yeah,
you got to let go of what is not under your control.
Yeah. And you're never going to control how somebody else feels.
You never
help.
You can't control what they do. You cannot control someone else's actions and thoughts. You can only control yours.
Yeah. Well, think about how many I did everything for this person, you know.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't fucking matter.
They're going to be the way they are, and that's it. And you can't help the way they feel.
Which I tell people this all the time.
They're not going to love you more. They're not going to love you less.
Well, and so that was the main reason for me writing those letters. I didn't write those letters for her.
Right.
I wrote them for me because I wanted to. I'm like, this is who I am. This feels right. I'm not doing this to get her back. Right. I'm doing this because this is who I am now. I want to show her.
And that was the respect you thought that she deserved.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And if she didn't want to come back, that's okay. It's not.
And there was nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do about it. You can just be you. So when you do things for other people in a relationship, you don't do them with the motivation of an outcome.
Yeah.
You need to do them because you want to do them because that's who you are as a person. That's the problem. People fuck up so many times because they're like, oh, I did this for you. Well, did you do it because you wanted to do it, or you did it because you were hoping for some outcome or some response?
Right.
Because that's chicken shit.
Yeah.
Okay? Do it for you because that's who you are, and you won't have the weight or the regret of doing it. There's people that say, oh, I did this, and this for you. Okay, well yeah. And?
I brought you on that trip.
Right. Did you bring me because you wanted to bring me? Or you brought me because you wanted to influence my feelings or my whatever, you know?
Or I paid for you to go to college. Oh, so you financially entrapped me, so now, like, I have to marry you for the rest of my life?
Dude, do you know my fucking stellarly shitbag parents used to hold that over my head all the time. Not college. They were like, when I would be in like high school, they were like, we put a roof over your head and we fed you and sent you to school. I'm like,
yeah, you're at zero. You're like, a parent.
You're my fucking parent. That's what you're supposed to do, asshole.
You're at zero right now.
Yeah.
Let's try to go up.
Right. You want a fucking medal for doing what parents do? Like, I raised you.
Yeah.
Fucking and? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, good. You're parent of the fucking year because you raised me.
Yeah,
like,
you did the minimum.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck, dude? They used to say that shit all the time. And even when I was that young, I was like,
hey, I'm 13.
I'm like, isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, I'm looking at all my friends in school. They seem to live with their parents too.
Like, the fuck?
I feel like everybody's living with their parents.
God, dude. Yeah, like I don't understand. I don't know why my situation's special. I got 500 other kids in my school, and they all do the same thing that I do. Like,
they all leave here and go home.
And their parents feed them too. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh God, but yeah, but you just have to understand there's going to be chapters, and the fact that you're wanting to be better and you want to write this new chapter is awesome because there's a lot of people that don't.
Yeah.
So if you're
fact that you're leaving people behind,
yeah,
it's a good thing.
Exactly. So yeah, leave those people behind. Get comfortable leaving those people behind.
It seems kind of cold, but it's for the best for everybody.
But it's your life. You're
It's the
not
best for everybody.
Yeah, you're not living your life for other people. You're living your life for you, and you're going in a positive direction. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyone that wants to blunt or not acknowledge that positive direction, fuck them. Like, seriously. I mean, you don't want to acknowledge the good I'm doing. You don't think the good I'm doing is valid or is worth anything. Okay, cool. Fuck you later.
Yeah. And the fact that you are succeeding while pulling this weight,
it says even more. Right. Imagine when you drop the weight.
When you drop the weight, dude, you're gonna fly.
Dude, you're gonna grow so much more when you get this negativity out of your life and keep going, dude, sky's a fucking limit.
You're dragging this person with you, man.
Yep. Absolutely. That was good questions.
I'm surprised.
They were good. We had some more. I just picked some relative ones. I'm like, dude, let's pick some shit that's like relative to everything going on right now. But yeah, that was good shit.
Anybody ask if we're ever doing a hot tub episode or?
No, thank God.
You got this hot tub for nothing.
I sure as fuck didn't get it to film podcast, said it, okay?
I think it was a good idea.
I know you do. Well, I'm not on board yet.
Yeah, one day.
Not on board yet. Thank y'all for submitting your questions. Anything y'all want to submit that you want answered on the show, we're going to try and do a Q&A every week. You can email, you can go to the gym website, trainforvalhalla.com. You can submit questions on there. Just put in the subject line, Q&A or something like that. You can message me on Instagram. You can message me on Facebook. Every now and again, I put something in my story where you can answer a question and type your question and shit. But anything y'all want to know, anything y'all have questions about navigating life, we'll answer everything very fucking bluntly. Like there's not going to be any question that's going to be off topic. So thank y'all for submitting your questions. We'll see y'all next week with another episode. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
See y'all.